And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other, while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
10 more there and another first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Albert Okuebuna there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I should like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On play action, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Throwing now is Lance. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Murray now. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Green to bring it back. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Here's Lance. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun, Murray. That's complete. Okure Bunam. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it, that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Right back to him on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On play action, it's Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Albert O, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Green to bring it back. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of the half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Lance going to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Murray going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to somewhere else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Murray now to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals! Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Green to bring it back. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st down, Lance taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going to pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now Murray off play action. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. Fighting his way through contact. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Green to bring it back. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things up.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 79 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw is Murray, rolling to his right. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action. Now it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Lance now on first down. This will be caught at Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Lance and company going on 4th down. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And they'll run with Sermon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trey Sermon taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 186 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Prater for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season through. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now is sparking.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And the Cards come up with a late